From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store. And the Cincinnati Bengals. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go. Thomas. 11. 11.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. He's got a man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. 12. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
11 mighty. 12. 11 MP, take. 11 MP.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Come on, set. Striker, 3-3.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
12, 11, 11. Mighty. 11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Just say.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
11 MT tank.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. We talked about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the play downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On play action, here's Tua. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Tua now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Here we go.
But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
They go play action with Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Tua on fourth down. Able to find Isabella. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Here we go. Here we go. 22 needle.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll try again. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Tua Tagovailoa
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done. And then now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 30.